Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is Antigonus Game. We are back with our first full video in some time. We've got about 15 days left until we're done with Virga Island. We're going to start by doing Hulkenberg's rank 7 event before we go on and explore the other islands. Well met. Because her rank 8 is, you do that on the you do it on the gauntlet runner. So she's gonna duel against Rhodanthe, and she's gonna say, I believe I know why. The way I might see the truth through a fair and honest duel. I can say, I doubt he'd be fair. I feel like I could see through Rhodanthe's plot with my overflowing wisdom.
Perhaps.
You think he's incapable of such dishonor, but surely. No, you're right. I shouldn't discount it. Perhaps he would resort to underhanded means. I suppose I simply didn't want to consider it. 'Tis hard prospect to face that he would change so drastically. But indeed it is as you say. I have a higher cause to fight for. I cannot afford to risk my life on a more petty pursuit. You know, I've actually just been asked a favor by an old acquaintance. I should reach out to him. I should go to him now, if my witness has no objections, and say I don't mind.
I thank you.
Heartening indeed. Let us hurry to the gallows in Grand Trad. I've heard word that Rhodanthe is preparing for another execution. But before I arrive, I must meet with a certain organization. You go on. Let us meet up at the gallows. I hear the animated voices of those gathered at the gallows. So now we're back in Grand Trad. Got Rhodanthe, he's preaching, his speeches. Good citizens, once again it appears that some traitors have wormed their way into our midst. But fear not, in the name of the honorable order of knights, we shall render judgment upon these 8 pawns of evil who would disturb our peace.
Wait!
Now Hulkenberg comes in. Rhodanthe, halt! Along with Will. What now? Have you come to aid in this execution? Say, we're here to stop you.
Yes.
Come to stop you. Indeed, you stand as the guiltiest man here, Hulkenberg says. She's got her angry expression going. Never hide your sins behind the knighthood's honor again. By my hand, you will stain it no further. Well, isn't this a sight? The defecting vagrant would bluster so at the knight commander himself.
No.
Nay, we two were once royal knights both, birds of a feather, and so, Rhodanthe, I challenge you to a duel.
As a knight.
And should I win, I will halt this capricious execution. I stake my very life on it. A duel, eh? You would gamble your life for this. You would be no match for me besides. Do you mean to run from my challenge, O commander of the honorable, in quotes, order? Yeah! Knighthood supported death to traitors.
Do you see sense?
The people would have you answer. A duel is a sacred battle. As a knight, will you disregard it? Very well. Consider your foolish offer accepted. If you wish so badly to be reminded of the gulf between us, then I shall oblige you. Will is my witness. Where is yours?
Oi!
Neckatoon. Sir, it's a dude in like a filthy-looking robe. You will be my witness. I trust I need not explain.
Well then.
We go to a more discreet grounds. This will be a fierce battle indeed, and I do not wish to set people at ease. I shall meet you before the great gate. Will, to me. So we're gonna go out into the desert. So we've come to the great gate outside the capital as instructed, so we can see like the cathedral in the background, and we're in the desert.
Here?
By some of the rock formations. You chose a place far indeed from any audience. Had you more confidence, we could have settled this for all to see. I'll say be careful.
Now then.
Witnesses present and ready. Now then, let us fight with all honor and fairness. Draw your sword, Rhodanthe. That will be quite unnecessary. Neckatoon? And then his witness casts a paralysis spell on Hulkenberg, so now she's got like lightning effects around her. What? I can't move.
Absurd.
Fool, you and the whelp have made quite the names for yourselves. You think I'd do the deed right there with the whole town watching? Neckatoon here was kind enough to bring a specialist igniter once outlawed. I thought killing you might take some extra measures. Hurts, doesn't it? Like 100 blades in one, slicing through every part of you. End her pain, Nekatoon.
It was you.
Wait, stop. I told you, Will. Do not interfere, Hulkenberg says, a pained expression on her face. Wait against despair. I will endure this pain 1,000-fold. She gets back into her stance. What? How?
Rhodanthe.
I wanted to believe you would accept my challenge in earnest, but now more than anything, I see I was a fool to have had faith in you. And now Rhodanthe is down on his knees. Her strikes brought him to his knees.
Rhodanthe.
Your skills have dulled, Rhodanthe, and Nekatoon fellow appears to have absconded. Victory is ours, then. As wagered, your farce of an execution shall be stayed. How can this be? An heiress of nepotism, propped up by nothing more than her lineage, has no right to take what I've earned by ability alone.
Stop.
I took nothing from you. It was you alone who soiled, then abandoned your knightly path.
Speak no more.
Stay your tongue. I'm nothing like you. You threw your title away, but I have a duty to maintain absolute order in this city while the throne remains
Read my
unoccupied.
words.
Do you think it easy to keep the citizens in line? Do you think it a simple matter? Our snares must succeed for us to eliminate resistance.
No.
A knight follows an oath of allegiance, not power alone. 'Tis not a convenience of a title, nor means to bury one's own fears of inferiority. I had hoped you and I might have one last fair duel as peers, but the time for sentiment has passed. Our paths diverged long ago.
Hail.
Enough of this. Take away this fiend who mistook and abused the crown's power for his own. Parapus man. About time we got to step in. So, there's some knights. Take him away. Some Parapus soldiers. Remember the structured system. Never thought you'd settle this in a duel. Not really a bloke to fight fair, is he? These Parapus are from the same division of the knights that Heismay is from. Remember with the way the tribal hierarchy is, the lower tribes in the knights are in like a separate segregated division from the more privileged tribes, and they are the ones that tend to like deal with like criminals or other, underhanded stuff, or people like Rhodanthe who were in the more prominent portion of the knights, but then abuse their power. Never thought you'd settle this in a duel. Not really a bloke to fight fair, is he? So I'll say, who are you? Who are you anyway? Lady Hulkenberg didn't say. We're Knights of the Shadow Guard. Rhodanthe's been relieved of his duties as Knight Commander. As such, we're taking him into custody.
This time?
Anyhow, you've really helped us out. We've been waiting for a chance to catch Rhodanthe red-handed, overstepping his bounds. I did mention, yes, I had to call upon a certain organization before we set forth. I'd been asked to expose Rhodanthe's wrongdoings. Having departed the knighthood, I was also free of certain limits imposed by the title. Still, you seemed pretty reluctant, Lady Hulkenberg. Kept saying you'd convince Rhodanthe to step down on his own volition. I wanted to believe that with him, a knightly pride yet survived, and now 'tis an outcome most unfortunate. So I can say you brought him to justice, you fought marvelously. I can say you brought him to justice.
No. True.
You're right, and I'd not have won without you, so thank you for seeing this through.
Yes.
We've already investigated his home, and in all the evidence we need. Seems he was executing certain people who'd gotten on the wrong side of the nobles. And those 8 that were to be hanged today, they were acquitted of all wrongdoing. It's not the Shadow Guard's true purpose, to be sure, but hard to overlook something like this. We thank you for your efforts in resolving the matter, Dame Knight. The Shadow Guard commander walks away.
A true knight.
He addressed me as a fellow knight. I cannot say if I've lived up to such a title. I can say, of course you have. You kept your faith, or you are a model now. Say, of course you have. As always, you helped dispel my doubts.
I thank you.
Thank you. Since I parted ways with Rhodanthe, I thought I was no longer worthy of the company of friends. But the more I floundered on my own, the more distant any escape seemed, and I'd lost sight of the path ahead.
My thanks.
But now I've overcome the woman I once was, thanks to you, Will. I can feel Hulkenberg's deep determination and trust.
She.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg, keeper and inheritor of the knight's virtues.
No.
Your tempered bond has become a fire-forward trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism
A
awakens within
new
you.
power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. Rank up. Rank 7.
Yes, I am your knight.
The party can now study the Paladin and Dark Knight jobs. So she needs to study both of those to eventually unlock her ultimate job.
Now then.
Let us return to the team. I'm tired indeed. We've done all we can here. The only thing left to do is wait. The pursuits of the Shadow Guard are classified, of course. I am sorry to ask, but could you keep from mentioning these matters to our friends? I feel as though I've gotten more support from the Knighthood, thanks to Hulkenberg's increased trust. I rank up. Rank 11. Alright, let's see. I must demonstrate my results. So now Heismay wants to talk to us.
Hey!
So, let's check. So. Heismay comes to mind. Maybe I should talk when we should talk. Now that it remains to carry out our plan in Altibury, the question is, where does the spear fit in our schemes? I have something I should like to ask your advice about. I cannot help but pity the children of my declining
That's
village.
why.
You have a way of thinking that often surprises me. What would you have me say to them? A new age is dawning. I use my overflowing imagination to come up with something that will give villagers hope.
I see.
A new age is dawning. What? Oh, you mean a new king. Indeed, a new king will be a momentous occasion. Not even that village could avoid being swept up in the tides of change. Yes, I can see our approach now. We unveil to them you as the new king to be. My grandiloquence will not sway them alone. Very well then. If you've the time, would you travel to the village with me right now? Let's go. That's a new word I haven't seen.
My thanks.
So, I hope I can make people of this village understand. Shall we set out then? I haven't, when I went through this game before, I missed that one, so I'll have to look that up. As Lightwing, we took the carriage to Heismay's village once more. Tadari, I've heard you found the urn. Truly, I am sorry. The villagers have caused you no end of trouble. It's nothing you need to worry about. Rather, I thank you for helping me come to grips with my own departure.
Everyone!
People of this village, you hide, but I know you yet listen. I am not here to blame you for the matter with my son. I want to speak to all of you, so that we can change the future of this village together. You see, like, the effects. Look around you. Look at what our village has become. Cut off from our trade, our goods slow to circulate, our people more destitute by the day. Oh, well, you say, we are you chiefs. Nothing to be done about it. You will endure this hardship without even trying to move beyond it. That is sloth, pure and simple.
Can't you see?
We elders, perhaps the future means little to us. Perhaps we struggle to fight for change we will never see. But what of our children? You would force your village's children to bear its dreadful legacy, to be doomed to the same neglect and avoidance? Irate one, don't talk like you know us.
Don't you get it?
Isolated though we are, we can survive with what we have, and the children are happy enough.
Wrong.
Happy? Their only birthright is a cage. The children have no choice but to live and die here. Can you deny it? They could not choose where they were born, and now they have no choice in their future. And you, as their guardians and teachers, you would keep it that way. Just shut up. What would an outsider know? He is not an outsider. Heismay is one of us. I don't know when it happened, but we've stopped chasing hope. We've grown complacent, clinging to the idea that it's wiser to accept hardship than to resist it. But that was truly for the best. Surely, in times long ago, did we not strive towards something? Please, everyone, come here and let us speak. So now we got all the other UGF, the various, leaders of the town. Resigned-looking men. Won't make a difference now, whatever you do. There's prejudice beyond our walls, and it's strong. The people of other lands won't accept us. So I can say that's an assumption you don't know yet, or things can change.
Listen.
I believe that can change. It has to, for the children's sake.
Say,
I understand your fear. Walking the land as a Ujif, I have suffered what seems no end of hatred, prejudice, and bloodshed. But this country will change. It's already underway. And the one responsible stands before you now. This is my friend Will, and he will change this country. A new era is coming, a new future where people of all origins and tribes can join together.
what?
A new era is coming.
But
And when it does, what will this village do? Will you close your doors to hope, resist change, and so wither? The world is changing, and we must change with it. Yet it will be a long struggle. Yes, and we will waver, and we will
that's
suffer.
life.
But beyond that pain, we will find a better tomorrow, a future where our lives' courses are ours to decide, a birthright of hope for every Ujif child. Our children could live however they wish.
Surely.
Will, and we who follow him will light our way forward. If you live and strive for hope in your heart, then a better future is within your grasp. No one can decide our way of life but ourselves.
Heismay.
Thank you. I think you really got through to them. Of course, I don't think things will change that easily. That's why we must weave our new hope one step at a time. I'll say we support you. We hope nothing but the best for your village. We won't let you down. I hope one day this will be a home to be proud of. And in return, let us prepare a hilltop cemetery right away. It's time I took responsibility. At least, I can ensure your son will have the peace he deserves.
No.
I appreciate it, but that's no longer necessary. I've thought long about how to properly send off my son, and now I finally have my answer. The voyage has been more than enough time to face my boy's death, and were I alone, I would have lost myself. A tiny voice, young words in old air, skyward it lilts, clouds parted in passing, and soon breath becomes zephyr, and sweet wind alights upon a well-trod earth.
Thank you.
I would not be here without you at my side. Thank you, Heismay says to Will. I can sense the strong determination and firm trust in Heismay's eyes, now clear of hesitation. The aloof hermit, Heismay, keeper and inheritor of the thief's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
There is yet hope on the horizon.
You can now study the ninja in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you. There is no sense waiting for the winds to change. New breezes are ever blowing, in lands beyond anything we have ever known.
We shall.
Let's go, Will. Heismay and I headed back to town. I feel like I've gotten more support from the villagers in Heismay's hometown, thanks to Heismay's trust in me. Up to rank 10.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Speaking of which,
The Colosseum in Brylehaven looks to be thriving these days, but with the exhibition there hasn't been an empty seat in days. We can participate as well, no? I'm sure the ferryman knows where it is, so... the next thing we're gonna do... I hear a voice. But how did it... So it's Barden again.
just lovely. Hey,
We're gonna go to...
All right. But 'tis the God's will.
let's go.
We're going to the Gauntlet Runner.
Ah, capital. Everyone's here.
So...
Now then.
How far do I run her then? Alright, so we can go to the, we can go to the Land of Ceremony, which is where Eupha's quest is, or we can pass through the Orbwise path all the way down to the Spire of Blind Faith, and the Orbwise Path is where
This is the place.
Juna's quest is. I think we're gonna do.
Here's where we are.
What should we do?
We'll do Eupha's quest first because it's shorter.
We might fill a request.
Apologize for taking up your time like this, but I simply must take the trial.
I should vet. Yeah, but it's your call.
All right, so
Let's be off.
we're sailing. There's a sort of altar that. Okay. Oh, Eupha set up an altar.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody wants to talk to me currently. Nope, that's not what. Wait. All right. So it looks like I've got every book finished. Not now. Let's see, where are my stats at? So I've got courage and tolerance. I need I'm gonna read Juna's poetry book again just to get more courage. That levels that up to level 4.
Courage.
So now tolerance is the only one we don't have at level 3. Or at level 4. It's at level 3.
Nira, speak.
Alright.
As the sunset stretches the gauntlet runner's shadow across the water, they arrive at the prismatic sea. Yet somehow, the sailors have never found an unimpeachable source, and the party was about to understand why.
So pretty.
So it's like a sunset over the sea. So, you know, the water's dark blue, but then where the sun is, it's turning, you know, like orange and red. You've got beautiful clouds and a perfect sun in the middle. Never seen so much red in the sky. It's like it's on fire. The setting sun is akin to a streak of crimson ink, bleeding its color into the sky and sea light. Well, I'll be damned, Stroll. I didn't know you were such a poet. Isn't that surprising? Well, I'll say it is. I get it, you two.
Be that as it may.
Our problems feel so trivial when faced with the true sublimity of the natural world. It almost makes you want to scream, doesn't it? Now you've lost me. So I can say it does make me want to scream, or that's just you.
But
Juna, don't you feel the urge to sing when you see something such as this? Well, I suppose. There's moments when I feel like I just want to express my feelings as song.
Oh my.
Wait, was this your way of requesting a
A
performance?
special little number.
Well then, I must oblige, but the sea air isn't great on my vocal cords, so I'll keep it short. I feel newfound wisdom as I enjoy Juna's singing amidst the gorgeous.
all right.
Get our free 4 points of wisdom. Here, I've captured the moment on paper. Quite the evocative piece, if I may say so myself. It's almost as though you can still hear the young miss singing, isn't it? Prismatic sea jar. I'll give this to Maria later when I tell her about it.
The gauntlet runner arrives at an encampment, and sensing no imminent threats, they breathe a collective sigh of relief.
So we're at a camp now on one of the little islands. Lone Isle Camp.
All right then.
Okay, so we got... Now we can we can do imagination or...
Excuse me.
Juno looks glum. We should take care of the Monsignor.
Oh, well.
So why not? We'll get some eloquence from Juno.
Far away sky, blue and clear. Oh, speaking of.
You know, someone told me once that my songs were like magic. they could change the world. But I've come to believe that emotions, the raw power born of feelings, can change the world. Doesn't that sound like the original form of magic? I said, I think I understand.
Got it.
Thanks.
Good, I'm glad to hear you say that. It feels like we had a bit of connection there, doesn't it? I've never told this to anyone before, but beyond being the world's greatest songstress, I have another goal.
The truth is,
At some point in the future, I'd like to conduct research on archetypes. Why archetypes?
Well,
yeah.
The power that awakened in us is magical in nature. That much I know. Archetypes are power born when the heart yearns for something. With more knowledge of them, perhaps every soul in the world could manifest its own individual needs. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I think the only reason I can have my head in the clouds like this is because you're our captain, you know. It's such a relief to be understood. I'm happy to serve at your command, not like in an army type of way, but as friends with common goal.
Yeah.
As a leader. I think everyone here brings something unique to the table, so in battle it's up to you to direct those talents. So just leave it to me.
yeah.
And we'll count on you, oh Captain. All this roughhousing was well outside my repertoire before I awakened my power. Talking to you like this, I can tell we're on the same wavelength. I mean, we've only met because we were so reckless that we both broke into Luis's room. I'll say. So that was quite a coincidence. We're pretty reckless. Let's keep rocking it well. So they say we keep being reckless. Do what needs to be done without fear. Oh, please. I'd roll my eyes if anyone but you said that. Something about your good nature makes people let you off without a smile.
All right.
Well, there's work to be done, isn't there? I'm excited for what tomorrow will bring. Thanks for listening to all my nattering on today. Let's talk again sometime. Since
All
my
right.
eloquence improved.
Bye.
Maybe I'll sing just a bit longer. Naturally, you'll be sticking around, won't you? I listened to Juna's song for a while, and I got 1,300 minutes.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
What to pick?
I hear a voice. There is much I want to discuss. Heismay comes to mind. Maybe I should talk to him. Right, so I can finish Hulkenberg or Heismay, and then I should have waited, but it's okay, because I have another trip that I need to take, so
Excuse me.
I'll just do Hulkenberg because she's first on the list,
All right.
and then we'll do Heismay when we go out for Juna's quest. So Hulkenberg's here,
Well
looking
met.
over the edge. On the deck outside, we have the spear, and as our sole means of dispatching Luis is a precious tool indeed. Now it's time for us to be prudent. We strengthen our arm before the thrust. Well, I realize our business is pressing, but there's something I'd like to discuss. I have something to report concerning the aftermath of that duel. Might you make time for it? I'll say of course. Thank you.
I've received word from the Shadow Guard. Rhodanthe has been confined to an underground cell. For the time being, the chaos in the capital should be still.
So I can say case closed, but it's not over yet. I'll say, but it's not over
I
yet.
don't think we're in the clear just yet.
Agreed. All that's changed is that Rhodanthe is removed from power. We spoke of it before. A knight's duty is to their oath, yet without a king, an oath might hold little weight to any one knight. And an armed force, disunified in purpose, is but a spark away from a raging mob. If the knighthood flounders further, whether clinging to power or simply self-preservation, a second Rhodanthe, or even a third, will surely emerge. Unless His Royal Highness the Prince takes the throne, there will be no true rebirth for the knighthood.
Also, so we can't afford to fail.
Another reason we can't afford to lose, I suppose.
Indeed. In defeating Luis, we shall win back the future of this nation. My duel with Rhodanthe left much clear. I proved I am not the woman I once was. It can only be the journey thus far that has changed me. You've helped me grow as a new person. Never again will I wield my power only to hide my own sense of inferiority. My convictions shall lead me, and I shall fight by their strength. Thus, I vow anew to use my power for you.
So I'll say I'm counting on
I'm
you.
counting on you, Hulkenberg.
You only need focus on pushing forward. For that, I would gladly give my life.
I can feel Hulkenberg's unshakable trust in me and the strength of our bond.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg, keeper and heritor of the knight's virtues, by the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Rank up, rank 8.
I shall safeguard our land and our future.
So, Science Essence, increase the skills for a knight to 4. Special guard duty, high probability for Hulkenberg to defend the protagonist from an attack on his weakness. Hulkenberg is ready to acquire a new... So, when the ultimate jobs are unlocked, she'll have hers
The Shadow
unlocked.
Guard paused before departing. As he bid me farewell, he told me he hoped to one day be my equal. A knight not merely in title, but in truest spirit. I never thought the day would come that I might see the honor in myself. As a knight, and as an ally, I will stay by your side, now and always. Truly, my friend. Thank you.
Two of us spent a long time in each other's company, speaking freely and comfortably. Thanks to the strong trust between Hulkenberg and me, the entirety of the Knighthood now supports me. Up to rank 9.
The land of ceremony rises over the water's horizon. The sun blazes down on the island year-round, giving way to scorching heat. Coming here eventually came to have ceremonial significance, as monsters who could survive these conditions boast extraordinary strength. Not even thieves dare to come near this mausoleum. The party rouses their spirits and steps inside.
So we're in a cave dungeon. Behold, the land of ceremony. This is my first time stepping within it, Eupha says with a surprised expression. We should make our way towards the inner area, correct? And Denny said we should be prepared for a fight. He also said that we have what treasure we find. We probably won't be back, so we should take him up on it. Yeah, this is more than a fair trade, so don't give me that, oh, I must apologize for being such a great burden on you, Eupha. How did you read my very thoughts, she says. You wear them on your face, love. Bit of an open book. I can see why your brother worries.
Hail!
Not to dampen the spirited chat, but we have no idea what lies ahead. Best stay sharp for
Leave
your
it to
item.
us.
Alright. So, just a second, I sensed something. It's only from, I thought I sensed one of Nurse's relics. Alright, so we have two things to do here. But first I'll comment on Hulkenberg's thing. You know, her whole quest line is about, you know, the whole, like, Oath of Knighthood and chivalry thing. But I really think we shouldn't dismiss those kind of stories in modern society. I think that, you know, the whole idea of, you know, the whole idea of, like, chivalry and knighthood, Bushido, and, you know, whatever culture you come from, you know, these kind of ideas exist, and there's different words and different languages for them. But I really think in modern times it's kind of turned into a joke, but I really don't think it should be, because, you know, I mean, I think that, you know, we shouldn't make fun of people for standing up for those who aren't strong enough to stand up for themselves. And while, you know, if you actually do research, you know, a lot of knights were awful people, like, and a lot more knights were like Rhodanthe and like Hulkenberg. You know, they utilized their positions to, you know, take from the populace of the various regions that they were assigned to govern on behalf of the various kings or other leaders that they worked for. But, you know, the idea of what chivalry is almost more important than to how it played out at the time. You know, that's the thing about, like, myths and stuff, right? Is that, like, it doesn't really matter sometimes what actual history said. It's what the ideas and values that have been passed down from those past eras to the present, how they impact us, that really matters. Because all that really, you know, and, you know, this idea that, you know, the true knight being the person who stands up for those who can't stand up for themselves, and, you know, and all that, you know, it really shouldn't be laughed off. And, you know, this whole idea that, like, empathy is weakness and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you know, that we see online these days, you know, I really think that Hulkenberg's story is a good example that, like, you know, these things that are jokes, if you actually look at them seriously and examine them, and maybe, you know, if we all adopted a little bit more of that mindset of standing up for others, then we'd all stand up for each other, and, you know, the world would be a better place. And it just feels like in modern times where everything feels like it's going back to this whole idea of, like, you know, power of one individual with, like, content creators and stuff, you know, that we've kind of lost sight of that, you know, almost, you know, societal unity. And if we all had a little bit more of a chivalrous position towards each other, you know, maybe we would think about other people, you know, a little more, and they'd think about us, and things would be,
What now?
things would be better. So Eupha's got the summoner class. We can't use it yet because we haven't unlocked her quest line, but she's able to, but she will be able to inherit.
What now?
Other jobs.
I see.
So
Fascinating. This
I'm gonna get her the mage, and then I'm just gonna. So Eupha's summon abilities are awesome. A lot of them are AOE, but they cost a lot of.
Acquired a new ability.
They cost a ton of points.
I feel new power surging within me. Acquired a new
So
ability.
I need to get her up to the
It seems I've grown.
second level of mage, and she actually needs to study Will's jobs too.
I've acquired a new ability.
You know, so let's see here.
I see.
So I'm
Fascinating.
gonna give
This,
her
all right.
wizard, and I'm gonna level that up a little
counting
bit.
on-
Of course.
Well,
I feel new power surging within me.
skill inheritance. Oh, you know what? I need to level her wizard up a little bit. So, and her summoner starts at level 7.
It seems I've grown.
So if I get her wizard up to, I think, level
I feel new power.
Yep, so now I can
surging
get her
within me.
all 3 of the regular elements, and then her first summon abilities win, so that gives her all the major elementals. So skill inherit. Oh, actually, she only can inherit one thing. I think.
All right.
Oh wait, no.
All right.
So we'll give her.
What now?
Yeah, she's got. She can summon wind, and then she can also do fire damage. So,
Okay then. Got it.
let's see who's in our party here.
What now?
Will, Stroll, Hulkenberg, and oh, okay, and you. I have to bring Eupha with me
Okay,
because
then.
this is her class,
Let's go.
and we can always switch people out.
Please take care.
So we're in. It's like a ruined area. So we got a
Hey, you.
new starry soldier. We shall serve as the trial's witnesses. The magma shrouding this place will only go deeper as you descend lower into levels. Within those depths, you will meet skeletal monsters reanimated by magma. Lances and swords will have little
Let's
effect.
check.
We encounter skeletal foes in the Grand Cathedral, right? But we can defeat these in the Senate. It will be a grueling trial, Lady Eupha. Please be cautious. Alright, so
What now?
I think. Okay, Hulkenberg has magic, so we can. Oh, wait, I should upgrade her to. So, Dark Knight. More offensive.
All right.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
And she gets like a lightning thrust attack at the end of it. So she needs to get level 15 with this, level 15 with the ultimate mage class, which she hasn't unlocked yet because we haven't gotten far enough into the let's see here. I think, do I need to, oh, I need to, okay, so I can give her all these spells, and then I have all these other abilities too. Raises max MP by 15%. I think I'm gonna do that. So, that's a strong passive. So we've got some of these red crystals.
I think maybe we should try moving.
I can feel my power.
Oh,
They'll need more than
they
this.
ambush us. Skeletons.
What are we doing? I have your back.
Okay.
Am I?
Unfortunately,
I shall vanquish evil. We can't let him get hit. Yeesh, they're pretty tough. Better be careful. Eupha's lost her memory.
Doing
She
here?
can't use her skills.
this is annoying. So I'm actually gonna have her use the thing on
Does
Hulkenberg.
this even work?
Satisfactory.
The captain's fighting his anxiety and they're targeting him.
Annoying.
The captain's hurt bad.
And they've all got forget skills.
Two remaining.
Took one out.
Not bad, if I say so myself. I knew you'd help. I won't hold back.
Someone get him healed up. Eupha's lost her memory. She can't use her skills.
And that was a giant waste. Because they just...
Oh, please.
Alright.
The captain's lost
Samurai.
his memory. He can't
Burn,
use
they
his
die
skills.
hard.
Only two
pray you're ready.
Stay sharp. Heed me. This is the got one.
Keep it up.
That's how you do
Eupha
it.
used her wind summon attack.
Just happened. We're looking good here.
Have him pass his action.
Prevail.
Looks like that's all of them.
So these enemies are actually a higher level than...
Remain steadfast. Foes don't draw breath.
Hey,
Come on, and I got hit by an arrow. So...
My limbs feel heavy.
Is that all?
the captain's on his last
Samurai.
leg. Someone get him healed up.
I caught the end in
Took one
sight.
out.
Good one,
Here
Sylvie.
we go.
Come forth now.
Come on.
Yourselves.
It absorbed it, and then...
Captain's hurt bad. Let's get him some healing.
Magic secret.
Someone get him healed up.
It wasn't enough.
Dark Knight. Oh, what?
What's it
Samurai.
We're in trouble with him weakened.
Tougher than I thought.
Only two enemies left. Stay sharp.
Give me strength.
Amazing
doing well.
work, Eupha.
So...
The captain's on his
Magic
last
secret.
leg. Someone get him healed up.
Let justice prevail.
The mark.
I shall vanquish evil. The power of lightning.
And now we've got another wave of enemies.
Brace
This
yourselves.
is
3 enemies
I pray you're ready.
We can do this.
not what I was looking
Let it
for.
burn.
Magic Seeker. Flare.
What?
Dark
That's not
Knight.
his weakness.
Oh,
Wasn't that supposed to be
Samurai.
his weakness?
almost finished.
Well
Great
done.
job, Stroll.
The fact that so many of these enemies have forget is really irritating. Because it prevents me from using
We have provisions.
I'm obliged.
Magic Seeker.
More.
Light.
Someone heal
Stay
him.
sharp. Don't react.
Sickness. Oh, we're in trouble with
prevents me from using skills, which just slows down the battle so much. Come on! And the another archer again hits me from all the way across the room.
There we go. Take any more. Someone heal me.
Come forth, Royal Soul.
We're in trouble with him. We
Flare. 2 remaining.
Exhausted took one down. Oh, Miss pull yourself together.
Another miss from Hulkenberg.
What are we doing?
Okay. Gotta heal up.
I call upon royal power within. Burn. That's one.
Great
What am
job,
I
Stroll.
doing here? I'd rather refrain for now.
Won't hold back.
Sickness.
Light.
We're in trouble with him. Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
Not bad at all.
Excellent! I've grown more powerful.
Alright. I think Stroll. Stroll has malady, which sickness, so we heal that.
Good job, everyone.
Spotted!
Amazing. Great moves back there.
Push through.
Glad that's over.
All right.
Item that will let us upgrade jobs. We have another one of these crystals.
Strong ones ahead.
I got ambushed again by more of these skeletons.
Stroll's anxiety has weakened her, and she's under attack.
Only a flesh wound.
Stroll's forgotten everything. He can't use his skills.
Yeah, I've already ran out of items to.
Hold on.
I'm
You
just gonna
first.
pass.
Summoner.
Heed me. Magic Seeker. Flare. Let's finish this.
The captain took one down.
Oh, Miss One remaining.
Work, Hulkenberg.
Satisfactory.
All yours.
As summoner.
Thankfully.
Looks like that's all of them. Great job, everybody. Enemy left. Stay sharp.
And so these crystals will like shoot out shockwaves that will do damage to you, and at the same time they'll summon like enemies right behind you. They'll
Come to a malady.
I call upon royal power within.
We're in trouble with him weakened.
Hack and slash.
Eupha summoner. Her combat powers dropped hard. Fire!
Magic Seeker! Light! It wasn't enough?
Dark Knight.
Numbers dwindle. Good.
Who's next?
Tista.
Oh, and because of the bad weather, I can't get bonus turns, but the enemy can.
Eupha sick.
No holding back!
Combat powers dropped hard.
And
Looks like
the
that's
enemies
all
are
of us.
buffed as well.
Great job, everybody.
Fight more aggressively.
Darkness has overtaken me. Might I ask your help?
But when you destroy the crystal that spawns the enemies also
Does it
the enemies
seem that I
disappear.
What now?
Fortunately, we can cure status ailments here.
You're not alone. No problem. Keep an eye out.
Thesaurus!
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
We've been spotted. We must be vigilant.
Alright, so these enemies are significantly stronger than our team. But
Give
we,
it my all.
if we get
Are you prepared? Hack and slash!
if we get
It's okay. Magic Seeker! Is there another way?
Wind isn't working.
okay,
Try hitting them with something else.
no wind,
Magic Seeker!
so that means that
Flare!
resist fully.
I shall vanquish evil!
Summoner.
Come forth, Royal Soul! You better be sure. The next one's yours.
Oh, power of heroes! Oh, shout of us worthy foe after all!
I'll cut you down! They die hard!
Yikes! Here comes the counter.
Oh jeez, this is the This is the enemy that he does more stuff if you
Trivial.
are up close to him. Fortunately, we had
Souls of kings. Give
we
me
had
strength.
2 turns worth of
Light! Still up?
we had
For all that we strive for!
2 turns worth of
Looks like
stun.
that's all of them. Great job, everybody. I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
Here.
You
I bet there's treasure around here.
Oh jeez.
How's that? Come on, let's push through!
That worked out.
Come on, let's push through!
there's an end to that.
Alright.
Here we go.
Divine elixir, that's not bad. Alright. Don't think there's anywhere else I could go in this area. Just gonna have to go back down.
Everything's pretty standard. Hey!
More of the
Careful!
those they're like griffin looking things.
Draw steel. We are spotted.
Oh, it got us.
Brace yourselves!
And it's gonna get 4
His anxiety has weakened her. She's under attack.
What can I do?
Stroll can't take
Withdraw
anymore.
it! I shall vanquish evil. Not
Wait,
now.
is it working? Try hitting them with
Are you
something else.
prepared?
Everyone is summoner. Let it burn!
Captain,
I'm falling
your
back.
attack has been
Find us
weakened.
power. We can do this.
I owe you.
That was helpful.
Eupha,
I'm stepping
your
back.
attack
Oh,
power is
power
weakened.
of heroes.
What? But I thought you hit its weakness. Captain, your attacks have been weakened.
All yours.
This is the power said to belong to a priestess.
Now, flee!
Some of them yet remain. Tread lightly.
Come on!
Let's maintain this
We shall
momentum.
sweep them.
I call upon royal power within!
I summoner. Let it burn!
It's okay. Come forth, royal soul. Here.
Lower this thing's defense.
But I thought you hit its weakness.
No holding back! Tougher than I thought.
Little souls of kings, give me strength.
I will fight with pride. Hold on. Let's try this. Through here.
For all that we strive for.
Yes, and that'll give us the unscathed bonus.
Finished. Great work,
So we
everyone.
get the
A halfway decent result.
bonus to everything.
Steady effort is key.
Nice.
You've done it.
Alright, looks like I got Neris's relic.
Okay, so
So that will let me move his quest line along.
stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
Incoming.
Enemy came behind another enemy and ambushed.
Stroll's anxious, and they're targeting him. Captain,
No
you've got
holding
your
back.
defenses down.
The power of fire!
I can do this.
It is your turn.
Let's
Got
remain
it.
focused.
Amazing
fine
work,
maneuver.
Eupha.
Magic Seeker. Light.
But I thought you hit its weakness. Stroll's badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
Justice prevail. Oh, mission almost decided. Good.
Reinforcements? Everyone, be careful.
I call upon royal power within!
Stroll can't take any more. Someone heal him.
Let's try better things.
I'm obliged.
Thank you.
Stroll,
Everything
keep down your defenses. Fire!
To the rear
one
guard.
left. Finish them off and we're clear.
Here.
To the rear,
Captain,
guard.
we've got your defenses down.
Still not enough.
Stay in the back row against these griffins. I think I'm going to switch out Stroll for Judy.
I'll withdraw for the
Time for
moment.
the leading lady. Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear. Let it burn.
I won't hold back! Let me help.
For all the great.
Oh, I should have used it on Hulkenberg, but it's okay.
This is nothing.
Watch me. This might be too much. Let's do this together. Maybe something. Come on, help me out. I think not. This is just what I need. Raging fire.
Eternal Vortex.
Everyone, I take my fullest power. I must concentrate.
Summon Dragon God.
Come forth now.
She summons. This is the dragon we fought in the temple a couple of videos ago.
Only
Let's
one
go.
left. Finish them off and we're clear.
No. We're looking good here.
Let justice prevail. What? I thought you hit its weakness. Hulkenberg, show you. Power's gone. Stubborn, eh? A summoner. The enemy still stands.
Come forth, Royal Soul!
Was weakened.
Oh, I'm counting on you.
Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear.
Severely lowered our attack power with this wind spell it used. So even though we hit it several times,
Only a flesh wound.
survived, held on.
Only I can do this. Finish them off and we're clear. Looks like that's all of them. Great job,
Not
everybody.
bad, if I say so myself.
Some enemies
Push through.
Careful now.
Come on.
That ought to do it.
I continue to grow.
So we need to keep going down.
They saw us. On your toes, everyone.
So those
Great find. Keep it.
Our enemies have discovered us.
talk to this new starry guy. Past this point, influence of magma becomes more pronounced. A profound darkness consumes into your progress. You should not linger in this place for long. So, basically telling us we're getting closer to the end.
Oh, I think they see us. Stay vigilant.
Fortunately, these enemies are weak. Except that there's a chimera right... Oh!
We'll hold our ground.
There's a chimera right behind us, and it hit us with a ranged attack. This is... yeah.
Please!
You need training.
Dodge, Hulkenberg. Like poetry in motion.
I think we're just gonna run from this one.
Yikes! There's no way out of this!
Okay, and of course not. Of course.
Only a
Now
flesh
it gets
wound.
5 turns.
We're all badly wounded. Can anyone heal him? He got strong. Someone's getting back on his feet.
I should have taken a Denny's advice and not come here in the bad
Joel
weather.
got knocked out. Can anyone get him back on his feet?
Retreat!
Remain vigilant. There are still enemies about.
Strong ones ahead.
What now?
Let's see here. I'm gonna have to use... I'll have to fully heal Eupha's MP.
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
Alright, let's push through!
Look alive! Marvelous! I feel stronger already! There they go!
Okay, I went around in a circle and didn't even end up. Okay. Alright, I think I figured out where I want to go. Alright, so I'm in the bottom, I'm in the third level down.
Forewarned, our enemies are aware of us.
And the way these floors look, because, you know, this game's great, but one of the
Looks like we managed to rid ourselves of
legitimate criticisms of the game was that a lot of the optional dungeons, like this one, the layout was really,
This is no time to take risks. Restore your health.
the layouts were kind of repetitive.
That's one job done.
And so, like, you get these floors that are like a ring inside of another ring inside of another ring. And you got to figure out exactly where the entryways are. So I found it. So I think I should be getting close to the boss soon. Usually when you like go up the steps and they take you to a small straight room and then up more steps, then yep.
This is a dilemma.
Veteran, sorry. Past here lies the chamber where you undergo the trial and acquire the proof you seek. It is impossible to know what form your anxieties will manifest in. Please know that all of us, the chief included, await your safe return. May fortune favor you, Lady Eupha. Okay.
Yep, we're safe here.
So, alright, so I see the cat, and there's some treasure chests in the opposite direction, so, Coral Mail, which I think you can buy in Bridlehaven.
Nice.
Incredible.
Almighty Panacea, which can cure any status effects. Let's see if there's any other chests around here that I'm missing.
You look pretty tough. Careful now.
I should have done something else before challenging this, but I didn't. It's okay. My character's leveled up somewhat.
What now?
They must have lost sight of us.
Brace yourselves.
Stroll's forgotten everything. He can't use his skills.
Pull back.
We got the boss coming
Careful.
up.
We're not through them yet.
So we got the cat outside the door. So we're gonna record our journey here.
Yep.
What now?
Okay.
This is the place.
So we're gonna head on in. And it is a human. This must be what Brother mentioned.
Oh, I see.
Bizarre shape. So they say this. The test is to fight through this without being intimidated by it.
Leave it to me.
Nothing we aren't used to. If we pool our talents, there's nothing we can do.
Everyone.
Yes, I feel that together with all of you, I can do this. Please let me hear
Of
strength.
course.
Let's go, everyone, Juno says, and then, so, we have to have Eupha and Will, wrong, Juno, because she's got a good amount of MP still, and I fully restored Stroll, so I'll bring him too, and we'll work in Hulkenberg.
Let's give this all all we've got.
Alright, so let's see. It's weak. Oh, and it's weak to fire, so.
No holding back!
Perfect.
Burn and tenacious!
Here I go! Was it not enough?
Here! I owe you.
So we're gonna have Will just buff. Gain 2 turn icons. Oh. And it's gonna summon skeletons that will both attack and buff it. Alright, so the human is like got 2 legs with boots and like a weird circular body with a sword sticking out of it, and then it's got like a goofy, like pointed hat, like long pointed like elf hat, kind of like you think when you think about like what
Sheesh, they're pretty tough. Better be careful.
what
Are
Link.
you prepared? The puppet!
Troll, you gotta aim better than that.
I can do this.
That would do supposed to be its weakness.
Not good! I won't hold back! Scour!
This is just what I need. Raging fun. Seriously,
No! Burn to ash! Not done yet.
Summoner. It is your turn.
Keep us down.
Oh, dang it! The boss reflects wind.
Badly wounded. Can anyone heal him? Eupha's down. We gotta help her.
Let's try this.
I rejoin the fray.
Troll
I
can't
call
take it
upon a
anymore.
royal soul.
Someone heal him.
Kidding me? I had you.
Not out of this yet.
Let's try this.
Use the Great Spirit Dust.
Summoner.
That's not his weakness.
Magic Seeker! Let me
That
help.
helped. Don't. This is just what I need. That seriously wasn't
I shall vanquish evil. The puppet! Really?
What's
Still
that
standing.
supposed to be its
Boss
weakness?
is struggling now.
Oh, please!
Used a dark spell on us.
Pray already.
So the fact that we
That would do supposed to be its weakness.
Let's go.
next.
Here.
I'm grateful.
She's not. Alright. Juna finished. So we didn't end up needing Hulkenberg or Heismay. Talisman of Night, Aesthetics Crossier to Talisman.
To ever greater heights!
So we got a bunch of job levels up. Heismay and Will both leveled up.
Ah! I didn't know I had it in me.
A new power to wield.
Basically everybody job leveled up.
I wonder if what you got earlier could serve as that proof of victory you want. I mean, I'm not seeing anything else you could use.
So there's a bunch of bones.
These bones are aged, old relics of my fellow countrymen. I wonder how many have fallen here. And what do the trials mean to them? My own deeds merely live in their shadow. Because it was only by chance that I entered my fight.
So I can say that's part of your trial, or you've shown you have power. So that's part of your
I'm
trial.
sure all of this is part of your trial.
Is it? So you're saying that the path which led me here, all my experiences, it was all a trial? There's a favor I might request of you. For my entire life, I have seen myself as an offering, I thought of nothing except that duty. That's why panic took root in me. But at the same time, if my past had been any different, would I have had the strength to defeat that monster? This trial has shown me I am more than an offering. While it revealed my weakness, so too did it reveal my triumph. Now, my only desire is to seek a deeper faith in myself, so that I can go wherever I have decided to go. But while the outside world is still frightening, I'd like you by my side. I know I have room to grow as far as believing in myself, but my belief in you is already as the tallest oak.
So I'll say, of course I'll stay with you.
Of course. You needn't even ask.
How happy you make me. Finally, I understand. This power which burns within me. That is the proof of victory I truly needed. Only I can know what I might bring to bear. That must be what my brother wanted me to learn. I've made my decision. I will fight for the good of everyone and everything. For all the world. What's this? A handshake?
Well, that's a question. Look,
I see you're offering me the type of handshake practiced by those in the outside world.
Eupha shakes her hand. I can sense Eupha's trust in me as well as her determination. So this will come around later as to why she's so shocked.
Eupha. Within her dwells the virtue of the summoner. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
New bond, rank 1, Eupha.
My heart is aflutter.
Party can now study the summoner class. I know other people can also study summoner. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the summoner from Eupha. You can now study the summoner in academia. Try seeing what new powers will be.
But,
Do you not like handshakes?
Apologies. Does shaking hands make you nervous?
oh, no, not at all. It is not so much to ask. It's just that, for the Mastari, handshakes mean two different things. One meaning is simply trust, which you offer now. And the other meaning is...
She closes her eyes. She kind of has a
well,
embarrassed look on her face.
it matters not. That is, please don't let it worry you.
Quest
My
clear.
sincerest appreciation.
Increases your wisdom.
All right.
Now then, I thank you greatly, and may I suggest we turn toward home?
I'll say let's return to the entrance.
Very well.
I am done exploring this area. Skeletons are usually weak in a lot of games, but I've found that they were more difficult in this game than in a lot of others. So I'll say let's return to town.
Okay then.
So we're gonna return to town, and that'll be it for this video. So now we've unlocked Eupha's job, and we've finished Hulkenberg's quest line. So back to the Virga
I'm
Island.
quite grateful.
I already said previously, but I once again like to reiterate my gratitude for aiding me with my task today. These Mastari trials are quite interesting. I suppose it's not rare to mark the transition into adulthood by facing down a scary foe. This is on a whole other level. There were so many skeletons about. I suppose many fell there without ever completing the trial. Rather harsh for a rite of passage. Perhaps the island's harsh environment inspired the ritual. They needed warriors hardy enough to withstand the worst of these lands, and made a trial to match. Well, it's a good thing we were able to convince the Magnus brothers to stay on the island until the fake land was
Most
free.
helpful. Guess we're splitting.
So, alright. I relax with all my friends, and we,
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws
thank
nearer.
you more. I did not know that time was marching on, nor did I know that an age of a new king was drawing near. It's not like you said that a bunch of times, but
Well then.
okay. So just some comments on that. I think it is really interesting. I think the trial itself, well, obviously the boss wasn't that bad. The enemies, I felt like the regular enemies were harder than the boss was, although that's partly because I spec'd out the team with fire, which is what the boss was weak to. Was like, it was almost like the trial itself was being able to go through something knowing that other people that are just like you have not achieved it. And so, you know, she was fighting the skeletons of like dead Mustari and other things like that, which, you know, it's pretty horrifying to look at that, you know, the dead people from your own civilization, you know, from past generations. But I do think that the whole idea of the trial being discovering something within yourself to help you achieve success as you move into the next phase of your life, so whether that's adulthood or the middle of your life or whatever, is something that, you know, we really should focus more on. You know, I think, you know, in our world now we have so much technology and things are so done for us so much that I think we, you know, we don't look at like inner strength as much anymore as like a significant positive character trait. And, you know, when you're dealing with lots of different stuff, I really think that inner strength does matter. Like that ability to keep going, to hold it, you know, to having something within yourself to hold on. And we've talked about this on this channel before, it's becoming rarer and rarer as we have more and more and more technology, and as and it's also something that, you know, when you're in a societal zeitgeist where it feels like everyone's pointing fingers at each other and never looking inward, it also becomes that further increases the rareness, because we're always looking for someone else to blame for something or something else, or, you know, my life would be better if I lived in this country instead of this country, or, you know, if I had this going for me instead of that, which is working against me. But when you have the inner strength to just keep pushing forward, you will eventually, you know, it makes your life more fulfilling, and it gives you a sense that you have a feeling of control over your circumstances, because you're spending a lot of time, you're not wasting time sitting around being angry about the things you can't control anymore, because, you know, that's that whole internal locus of control versus external locus of control. When you don't feel like you have any value internally, you're going to start saying, well, my whole life is only determined by my fate. And if you remember, like, the quest we did in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, where Bugenhagen tells, you know, Nanaki that, you know, our fate is what we blame when we don't have, you know, anything inside to help us keep going. And, you know, and it's like, and you know, sometimes there are things we can't change. If you're born with a disease or something that isn't curable, you can't change that, but you can still change the way it affects you mentally, and you can change the way you view the world when you have that internal strength. And sometimes internal strength, and, you know, an internal strength is built by going through tough things, which is what Denny wanted Eupha to do, was do something that's tough and challenging, and, you know, maybe a little traumatizing too. I mean, she's going through something that generations of Mustari have attempted, and not everyone has succeeded in getting through it. Now, Denny got through it because he's tough and he's awesome, and I think he knew that she is also tough and is also awesome and has allies to help her out, that can make sure that she'll stand her ground when, you know, she starts to waver, which is exactly what, you know, what happened. But ultimately, it's all about building inner strength. So, overall, that'll be it for this video. So, you know, we got to the end of Hulkenberg's quest. Heismay's final event is coming up as well. Eupha's quest line has started. Juna's quest line will start in the next video. So thank you so much for joining us, as always. And we'll be back with more Metaphor Refantazio very soon. We're more than halfway through the game, so after that we'll just jump straight into another project. Undecided yet whether it's going to be a Fire Emblem project or another Final Fantasy, but or, you know, a different game altogether. So thank you so much, as always, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will be back very soon.